Okay, guys, welcome to the next episode. Oops, sorry, not yet. Okay, so welcome to the next episode of this ongoing medieval thing that AgrippaMaxentius and myself have got going. Welcome, Agrippa.
How's it going? I like
A
to
lot
call
going
it
on at the
the
moment.
medieval thing. It's certainly a thing. It's become a bit of a medieval slaughter, but we're very much entangled, let's say, in this fight. It's going to be kind of interesting to see who comes out on top.
It's very cool what's going on, actually.
And we're also learning a bit about the mechanics, so sort of about like flank mechanics with cavalry as opposed to infantry. It's just fascinating to see all the different, things you could do, the maneuvers, etc. But yeah, it seems it's not as easy to run up on the cav. So for instance, in this situation here, if you had a cavalry unit behind yours, you could actually charge him quite easily. But I think if you approach from the sides, the cavalry is able to sort of hold off a lot of flank attacks. It can respond quite quickly. Okay, we've got a few bodies on the battlefield. Few knights out there.
Now that's not a good one for you.
No, definitely not.
That then allows mine to get back on that hill if I wanted it to. Or I can just leave it back there. So now I've got that's actually now up to full. Before I forget, I really do have to bring this one back.
Yes, I think so.
It's particularly now with this one coming through.
Yeah, that's the right move.
Whoa,
oh, that was a tremendous shot. Well, the crossbowmen, they can puncture through armor. That's wonderful there.
Now, I'm going to get a flanking shot against yours next round here as well. So this could go pear-shaped for you.
It could. I feel it's starting to.
The two shots here.
That was a nice hit. That was a nice hit too.
And disrupted.
He actually disrupted. Wow, tremendous.
They're already disrupted, but not a hell of a lot of damage that way. And I do actually have the shot here.
Yeah.
So there is a flank. This is going to cause all sorts of dramas.
I think so. I think this is going to be the turning tide, the tide of the battle. This is going to turn the tide of the battle, I should say.
How the hell is yours not protecting that? Like, surely they're masking. I'm surprised at this. I would have thought that your force here would actually be blocking this one from getting this attack.
I think the only way that would be the case is if that force were facing them. I think since it's diagonal, he doesn't get the zone of control there.
So you think the zone of control is here? Like, this is what this is indicating here, I guess.
I think so. That's what exactly. So like, if I were facing you with those guys, then perhaps you wouldn't be able to charge.
And I guess that if these weren't here, if these were back here, then you would still have that.
And guys, please take everything we say with a grain of salt because we're learning ourselves. So, but I think so. Yeah, I think that denotes the zone of control. So
it's absolutely something that I have to do.
You have to. It's a beautiful charge. Oh, devastation. Let's see. Follow-up hit. That'll be a break. Yeah, that'll be a break. Yeah, I was just calling it. That's really nice.
Everything else held firm.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could call that luck, I guess.
Oh yeah. Look, that was a flanking shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't expect that to be I thought we were going to see this sort of blockage.
Yeah.
Like it's now is blocking that, but it wasn't before.
That's strange.
It is.
That's strange.
I was expecting to see that
because I
back there, but I guess.
So maybe, yeah, that's strange. I mean, we would have to ask the master, Richard Bodley Scott, on this one, because I'm equally kind of confused there.
Yeah, that's fair. That doesn't make sense to me.
The change is what's weird to me.
I thought your move into there was brilliant, but in the end, it turned out.
In the end, it turned deadly.
Well, it became it's almost like it was a mistake because but that for me, I thought, okay, you've now protected your maneuvers back in through this side, and we'll get the flanking shot will come in next turn with these guys because they've got swords.
Yeah.
And I think that will then collapse that as well. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. And if I just turn the grid on, you've got nothing on this line that can actually hit that on the flank. If this one was over here or here,
Right.
You could potentially get actually even then, it's still cavalry, so it's not going to help much. Well, okay. Well, that was very, very lucky on that side, and some things that didn't make a hell of a lot of sense on that side as well.
We'll figure them out though, for sure. Yeah.
Has changed that one. I think it's still. I think you've still got a 3% advantage at this stage. Now back over here. This is now where it's going to get interesting. Now I'm going to have to go after these mediums, which I do. I'm going to be able to smack these
easily.
And so I will eventually win that one through. Got the fights going this way as well, so we'll hit this one.
Oh, that was very nice.
They disrupted. Yeah, they were never going to be able to hold up there, but they did protect this one from another flanking shot just for one turn. Unless I can somehow break through here. Oh, it's holding firm.
Holding firm, just barely past that morale check. But you can see also the strength of the unit has dropped pretty dramatically. My flags are tattered. They're in tatters.
Yeah. Well, this one suffered a lot from the archery as well. So these are all going to collapse.
Yeah.
I think they're holding on. This group, I can't actually hit that. It's not going to help do me any good.
No, I don't think so.
But I think about where I position this. I think I might put it this way, actually. I don't want to get them too close to this group. Yeah, that's pretty even. Just keep on peppering away at that one. This one looks like it's almost ready to run.
I think it's going to auto break pretty soon.
Yeah, it's losing a lot of men. We've still got 2 turns of ammunition for this one as well.
Wow.
It's funny the difference between the raw crossbowmen and the actual archers. Actually, these are just normal archers. They're not even crossbowmen. I thought they were crossbowmen. Actually,
they're a lot more effective, it seems, the archers. But it could also be because they're firing at a not so armored unit. I'm not sure if that.
But I think I assumed that they had swords.
Yeah. Oh no. I could see that. It almost looks like katanas from that perspective. Let's see.
Now, the US has taken a bit of damage there. So we've got a chance to nothing happening there.
Nothing.
This one's not going to go well. Oh, okay. We're still holding up. Can't really do much there. If I could attack, no, it's not going to. That's not going to be good against one that's like that.
It's funny how we both moved up to the hill thinking it was going to be like a pivotal part of the battlefield, and it's the least used part of the entire fight. Our men have just been kind of like looking at each other. My pikemen have acted as cannon fodder pretty much for arrows and bolts and stuff, but there hasn't been much happening up there. It's all down here pretty much.
No. Yeah, the others, I just want to make sure. Actually, I've still got these as well. I'll just...
Eventually, you're going to get lucky with one of those shots, for sure. The knights.
That's moved. I just want to make sure that's moved, and basically everything else can just sort of stay where it is, I think. So as we go through each of these, there's nothing else that I want to be moving. So that's all good. I'll end my turn there.
All right, let's jump on over, folks. Okay. I'm guessing it's going to be 3 to 4 more turns. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's looking. It's a shame that it ended up on my left flank, your right flank.
Yes.
You know, that flank there was.
I still think the idea was decent, but the execution was decent, but the actual the follow up didn't really work out in my favor.
Well, the rules actually were what got us in the end. I mean, I say us because we're sort of it's fairly open what we're doing, and I thought that move was a great move. As you say, it would be interesting to know what the actual rules are as to why that allowed me to do that shot to make them break.
Yes, definitely.
Because that, in my thought, that just wasn't going to be able to happen.
But that zone of control thing, it's It is a little complex, and I'd love to like really delve into it and understand it fully, because you can use that zone of control to your advantage in so many different ways. Where someone, for instance, could, someone could, for instance, think they could attack you, especially in like a multiplayer game, and like, no, they can't because I have this unit here or this unit here. You know what I mean? I just think that ability is important in this game. Now, where I think I still have a little bit of a chance is here. And I wonder at this point, committing with the crossbowmen might be a good idea. But first... Alright.
There we go.
Yeah. And now... Held firm! Oh! Starts. They held firm. But see, now I almost feel like I need to move up. Yeah. Oh, why do they have to be so useless? No wonder. I just don't know if I want to take that risk.
Yeah, it is risky.
It is very risky.
And remember, my flanking knights will be in behind those reasonably soon now.
Yeah, that is true.
Now that those rebellions have given up the ghost, or they will give up the ghost next turn. So we'll be rolling up that left flank of yours.
And even over here, look at this. Look at the ribbons against my knights. They're not doing too badly. Look at that.
They're in the rough and they're uphill, so they've got a couple of.
They've got some bonuses.
If you press, I think is it Control or Shift or something when you do that, there's a way to actually see exactly what the impact or what's at play. I forget how to do it.
Maybe Control.
You can sort of see more.
Oh, I see. Yeah, rough terrain, not open, disorders mounted. Yeah, severely disorders, heavily armored.
It's actually to do with the report on the actual combat itself. Like, you know how when you right click on that and it gives you more than just the win loss. But I can't remember where that actually shows up.
Let me see. First of all, I want to see if there's anything I can do here. Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Well, you have to be careful now because I'm going to be able to start to bring forces out around your other forces fairly soon.
Well, I think this area is... I'm pretty much lost here.
Yeah.
My only real opportunity is to maybe charge the crossbowmen, break through. I almost feel like I'm stuck.
Behind that.
Yeah, but it's like I'm stuck here, and you'll be hitting me either way. But then again, the follow-up is still not going to be very pretty either.
No.
So I'll do something like this. Then you can get in this way. Now, this is what I really want to do, right? But this is where I'm not so sure this is a good move. Because I do believe you can get the flank, but if I can break you here...
Which you should be able to do. It just looks like it's ready for auto break.
But it's very... I don't know.
I don't think it's going to last, and I think that does give you... Oh, hang on, no, sorry, that one's fully fresh.
Yeah, that's the fully fresh unit. I was also going to make the same mistake. I was looking at this one here.
Yeah.
It would still be a nice hit, but not enough to break him, probably.
Not in one go, I don't think.
No.
Not in that rough.
I mean, it's just a very risky move. Because if it works, it would be okay, but it's unlikely to. What about over here?
You've got to do them anyway. Actually,
yeah,
might as well check and see if that one stays in the fight on the left-hand side there.
It's coming down to the rough here. Oh, he's fragmented. Oh, nice.
Oh, gee, that one did well.
I'm telling you, man, the brigands are just broken. They're just it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it couldn't hurt, right?
Be careful because mine will be flanking out of there in a turn or two.
So I can... Oh, yeah, didn't even touch them.
Well, they're the guys with the shields too, so they're lowly old archers. It's only crossbowmen that'll get through those.
Yeah.
Parvis shields. Is that what they are when they became musketeers?
Is that where they would like lay the musket on top of the shield and fire, kind of using it? Yeah, I think it's the.
I think
Parvis.
so. I think
yeah.
they're precursors to those. But they look at it anyway, don't they?
You know what I'm thinking here is also I could, for instance, but I'm just unsure if I have enough turns to do this, because what I was thinking, right, is to move this guy here, face your knights, move this guy here, face these guys. But again, that's not really going to help me. It's just going to get us closer.
Yeah.
All right. No, I think yeah, I'm going to have to end it here. Try one more. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's going to be it there for me. We're at turn 9 of 30. Yeah, so I think we'll get to like maybe 11 or 12, but I think you've got this one. It's just a question of how many turns it's going to take for you to break me there.
Yeah, it's looking like it's getting close now, doesn't it?
It does. And this has been a hell of a lot of episodes.
It's been good.
It's been good.
I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame that it came down to that, not understanding that rule. To be honest, it's funny how one move can make all the difference.
But that's sort of one of the beautiful things of the game is it's very similar to chess in that aspect, that one simple mistake can completely destroy your entire plan.
Yes.
You know, you've got this amazing plan that you've thought of, and just one, tiny kink in that plan kind of ruins it for the rest of it. Because I was pretty much set, I think, there to roll up the right side, but with that, it kind of, it complicated things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm surprised at what happened there. And now I've got to do the flanking shot over there as well. I've got now both flanks. You've still got power in the middle. That one fragmenting as well. That won't last. This shouldn't last. I don't get the charge anymore, but I should still have the power to break those.
Yeah, I think so. I think you'll break those two this turn. I would be very surprised if you weren't able to. Even hear them holding firm is kind of amazing.
At this stage, you've still got the percentages, but it's but I'm liking the position that I'm in now.
Yeah.
So this one here should break.
Oh yeah.
Yep, it's gone.
Nice.
And now we should get a flanking shot against this one over here.
I would think so, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, he's crushed.
And that's broken as well.
That's the end of the Brigands. They did a good job, though, I have to say. Like, they really do a good job, considering that they're not, elite units, really.
Now, that's sort of, I would have preferred them to stay in the fight. So
yeah, I like that now they're stuck chasing my boys, but I still think I'm pretty weak here, but yeah, I don't have to worry about them for a turn or two.
Yeah. That's what I like about the game as well. Like it does get a rush of blood. Now I've still got full forces in through here. You do have the sub-general in there. I don't think I can't move that one across there.
See, I've always wondered, that's something that I've found pretty controversial about the game, is the the charge mechanic where your guys get enraged and like chase the enemy. Do you think that's accurate combat wise? I mean, maybe it is, because I guess if you're in the heat of battle and you're beating your enemy and then he's running off, you're not going to have time to listen to your general over the conundrum of just like clashing swords and shields and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's
I think it is accurate. It's
I guess
like
it
when
is,
you
right?
read history books, it seems to be that way. Now this is very even with the two commanders.
Yeah.
But I can actually put this commander in chief across to here
and switch him. Yeah.
Which would then give me a bigger advantage for this fight, which is already okay, but it would then really dramatically change that one. But then what sort of benefit are you going to get? If I do that, you then got a chance. I think I'll still do this, actually.
I would. I think it's the right move.
That then takes up to 40%.
Oh, and you killed my general. He's down. Is it? Wait, what? We should have gotten my general's name. Damn it, we should have gotten it before this combat. Bertha von Bülow. Oh man. The great grandfather of oh, wonderful.
It's only the sub general, but even so,
yes.
Oh, they held firm. They didn't.
They did hold. That's pretty awesome.
This guy's so close to dropping, though.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an
very,
break.
very close. This one also is very close to running. We're now out of ammunition with this one. Actually, I probably should have kept the pressure up this side, I think.
I think you can break him with an auto break, yeah.
There we go. They're disrupted now, at least.
Starting.
I'm going to keep these. This guy's going to run. I've got to do this. Actually, I better do this one first, just in case this one drops.
Damn. Very close, very close.
It's 99% loss, 96%. We'll go with the percentages. Broken. Now, it's going to take anyone else with it.
Oh,
they held firm.
Held firm. Yeah, they definitely held firm. Your boys are not going to lose this battle. They refuse.
Got nothing left to plug that gap, unfortunately. You've got shots. You've got a flanking shot there.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think most of those crossbowmen I'm going to use in an actual combat situation, like charge in with them on those brigands that you've got there, if I'm able to. If I'm able to,
you actually get you do get them to drop that's a cohesion drop straight away.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Unless I do this.
Yeah, I was just about to say, got some options there. Oh, see, so here once again I'm kind of confused. Well, I guess since my guys are facing outwards there, that's my zone of control. But they're just a crossbowman unit.
Yeah, it doesn't look. What's actually happening here is that mine can't turn because these guys are locking them in.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Actually,
if I hadn't have shot with those, I could have turned them to face that one to put the pressure on, to then relieve this one to then put the pressure on, to stop it from getting the flanking shot.
It's so, yeah, that part of the game you really have to pay attention.
Yeah. So I can't move away from facing this one.
Yeah.
Which means that you will get a flanking shot on this unit next turn. I've got no other way around that. So I think I'm just going to have to stay where I am there. Now this one here, we do have the charge in through this side.
Oh yeah, he's got
cohesion will drop on contact.
Instant
that.
break.
And broken.
Yeah, that's an instant break for sure.
And these are now going to charge up. And they've charged into this one. They've disrupted this one now as well.
Absolutely just crushed the crossbowmen there.
So they're now going backwards. This one here, I'll do another big shot on this one. Holding firm. I've got no real option there unless they start getting an attack in. Yeah, I can't move off there. Can't move off there because of those. But I can move these through now, which I will do. These are just my raws. I'll bring them up because this is now viable for me to roll that one up. I really can't afford to do much with these either. I'll just keep them back. What have we got left?
It really did take those guys so long to get to the battlefield, my goodness.
It's taken them a long time.
They're still not at the battlefield. It's incredible. Just look at that.
Oh, boy. Okay, so they're going to chase them for another turn or so, which then leaves these. They'll break next turn. You've got now an advantage on the hill a little bit, but I've still got these to protect what's going on.
Yeah,
so
I think it's a very minor advantage here.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Although the numbers are still fairly even.
Yeah.
But I do like the position I'm in now. So I'll end my turn there.
All right. Let's jump on over here. I think it's either going to be this turn or next turn where there's going to be a pretty massive break. Well, I'm surprised that the breaks haven't really rolled the way I expected them to.
Yeah, it's been interesting. go after them.
Yeah, this side, the general falling there is so unfortunate. There he is, the dead general. Von Bulow.
Yeah, no. It's been unlucky that the last couple of turns for you, really.
Yes, I think so.
I mean, more negative has happened than probably really should have happened.
Yeah, but I think that's sort of the nature of the die rolls, you know, where occasionally they'll go against you or, you know, occasionally for you. Right here, what a shame. It's such a great band of knights to cut down to a man.
Yeah.
It's, all right, let's see what we can do here. All right, so I might as well, I just want to get this over with. Yep. Oh, yeah, I was worried about that. No, they did hold firm. He's going to charge for the rear attack. Oh, yeah, you got this one, man. There you go. Let's see if these guys will do a morale check.
No, not against that's only light.
Yeah,
jeez, he's got a long way behind now.
Yeah, he did, man. He did.
And he got some,
what if these raw spearmen do something? I highly doubt it. So let's see. Yeah, it's not much here. Oh, this is where I could get this little flank charge.
Yep, that will drop on contact, which will then give you the advantage with the others. Oh, fragmented, so drop 2.
It's nice.
Now, it won't drop another one this turn, I don't think.
I still think we might be able to break them, yep.
Oh, actually did.
Yep.
Did. I didn't think it would do that.
But I'm annoyed that my guys didn't follow through here, because I wanted them to kind of steam in.
It is rough ground, though. It may be just an avoidance.
I didn't consider that. Yeah. You can't just...
I think the more disciplined a troop is, the less likely it is to actually charge forward.
That makes sense, yeah. I wonder if distance from the general affects that too.
I'm not sure about that.
I think at this point, I should get prepared for full-on attack.
Well, now I've got my knights in behind you as well, so...
Exactly. I need to end this quickly. If at all. So, I think at this point, yeah, I'm just going to get prepared for that. I'd even started earlier if I thought it was a good idea, but no, it's no point.
It's going to run.
Now, what about... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where you took
advantage.
Yeah, exactly. But I wonder if I can lock you in before attacking. I'm not going to know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack. Held firm. They held, maybe here. Again, I almost feel I've got nothing to lose here. If I can hold, the next turn I'll be doing okay against that unit, but yeah, the disruption's not going to help me one bit. Yeah. But see, I'll take risks like that often on multiplayer games, honestly. I'll be like, you know. I mean, you know, 50% of the time it works out beautifully, 50% of the time it doesn't. It tends to be my record. These guys just became totally useless, the low country spearmen. It's really not much to do with them. It's funny
because I think against cavalry they'd be great with those, with the length, what they've got.
You would think so, right? You would think so. I'm not sure, though. Like, maybe they're more... Again, that's the thing. It says offensive spearmen, so they should be good on the attack.
Well, it's not that they're sort of good on the attack. It's more that they just don't take the negatives of a defensive spearman.
Oh, okay. Or they just use... Or maybe they just use foul language. They're offensive spearmen. Even worse than the brigands. All right, let's end the turn here. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Here we go.
Okay, back in again. So we'll just refresh.
Let's just check time real quick here. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes, guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Should we? Actually, I'm just opening it up, but we'll we'll open. Well, we can just leave it here if you like, and come back in for the next episode after this.
That's right. We shall return, folks.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time. Okay, welcome. This is the replay that we're just looking at from the last turn.
We have returned, folks.
Yep. So welcome, Agrippa. With this, I don't know how many episodes we're in, but we've had a fair few. Now, I had a very lucky series in through here where I managed to sort of smack through a number of your forces.
Absolutely. No, this was a beautiful turn. I think of all the turns in the game, this for me is my favorite so far in terms of the breaks and just the overall aggression here. This is pretty good.
It's all happening. You got this one. This is a big attack.
Yeah, we basically each took a chunk out of each other. I think Das is definitely he's got the mortal wound on me in this game. But I think, this gave me a chance to bite back a little bit,
They held firm, which was lucky. It could have gone in any which way, but you do have a bit of an advantage in there now.
A little bit, yeah. But it's going to take I think it's going to take a few turns for that to actually be exploited.
I don't think I can get my general back there now that they're sort of in melee.
That would be like an acceptable rule. Like if you moved your general out and I lock with the knight, it would be kind of annoying if you could just flip him back every time. But maybe you can.
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
I'm not sure. I think if this one's not in combat, I think I can do it. Yeah, see, I can't do it.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so my general at the moment is in close combat. And so that means that he can't actually he can't get out of there. Let's break this one. Oh, nothing.
Wow.
That one held firm as well.
My guys are actually holding firm. But not anymore, not with this charge next turn. Yeah, so that will finish them off.
Through next turn. This isn't going to go well, I don't think.
No.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Still very even fighting.
That's all right. Wow. Okay. Now that held firm through there. It does present a little bit of a gap. No good.
Oh, yeah.
Hardly anything there. They're out of ammo. They're really just swordsmen now, just medium swordsmen.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're just marauders anyway, so they're of no real value. You've still got some that can start to come across this area, which could be interesting.
But I think that rough terrain is going to stop me for the most part. I think I can get close and start firing.
That one can't do anything. It's still charging those down.
Yeah. Yeah, you could break these guys.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, nice shot. Oh, easily. Oh, nice. They just broke. They wouldn't even fight. There we go. They finally got into the battle. And actually, they're going to be quite helpful here, I think. The knights.
Can't move them around. I could charge these just to make sure that they stay right off the battle here. Yeah. I don't want them coming back. They do have a general with them. I think I'm going to do this.
Sieghard.
I just want to make sure that they leave.
Yeah.
I don't want them coming back because they could still be quite a force if they could get back into the fight. This group, the armored defensive spearmen. If I move, still got to be careful. These guys can still. You've still got a fair force back in through here.
Yeah, in terms of the actual ground units, or I should say, the footmen. I do have some pretty vicious footmen there, but I'm not sure how effective they're going to be because you've got footmen there, you've got spearmen. As long as you hold that line, it's going to be tough for me to really make much out of it.
Yeah,
and
it's. I think the trouble I've got is the rough, and you're now going to control the rough with these guys. I've already done a shot through there. I'm thinking of moving these up to lock that one in now. Now that I've got the knight in behind,
I think that's the right move.
And then these aren't going to be able to do too much really. I want this one to get into the rough. which I guess I could still move this one across. Still means you could fight in a staggered way. I think I'll leave it back where it is. Yeah, just leave that one in behind. It's taken a bit of a beating before. This one here, we've already done the damage there. Nothing else to do over that side. Just quickly press tabs. This one here, these raw crossbowmen. Are they raw? Oh,
yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
They're only raw crossbowmen.
That's pretty good for raw crossbowmen.
Yeah.
It really is. And here I'm convinced that eventually you are going to get something out of that.
I'll just keep them where they are. Not much else we can do there. Look, at this stage, I'm just going to lock those in.
Yep.
Really
it's getting to that stage in the game
where
it's getting to that stage in the game where you know exactly what the opponent's going to do, because you would do the exact same thing in this case. There's not many moves we can do from here. It's sort of just stuck into the combat. So let's see. We might actually get a pretty dramatic break this turn. Let's play.
It's one of the interesting things with the game is that it can, like, luck can swing around the other way. Like, you can get a series of good luck followed by bad luck. It's and the luck doesn't play a massive role in the game, but it certainly did with that. I think it was all because we thought that knight moving into that position was going to block off that attack. It's just funny how one attack can really change things dramatically.
I had a situation where I was playing like the Alexander Nevsky campaign or whatever, and I was facing the Teutonic Knights, and I was on that progressive difficulty setting. So when I got to the battle, my army was like 1/3 the size of the Teutonic Knights, and they had like far superior troops. And then just like one lucky break, I had I think 3 or 4 of the Rus cavalry units, and just with one lucky break, I basically won the battle.
Wow!
You know, it was amazing. So it can happen. This game really, I mean, the die rolls really do go a long way. You can have some pretty incredible stuff happen. Now, I think in a situation,
it's not purely down to luck, which is what I like. You know, like it's important to sort of know where what the terrain gives you. I guess you've got to make your luck, don't you?
Well, it's to a degree. I think it's down to luck to the degree that, like, let's put it this way, like, this is the equivalent of like France playing Trinidad and Tobago in a soccer match or football match, however you want to say it. And of course, Trinidad can win, like maybe like 0.000, but the chances are so unlikely, you know what I mean? I think in a battle like this, that's the case. Now, in a battle maybe with like more cav and a little more uncertainty, it really can go either way still. It's still like, it's always kind of on the verge there of turning. You know, here I'm not so sure, and especially since you got the cav here, I don't think so. If I could get like a really lucky break here or something, but I don't see that happening. Although at this point, I'm thinking of throwing caution to the wind and just charging it. Yeah, yeah, that is my best approach. Is just attack. Yeah, he held firm. He did do a morale check, but he held firm.
We are losing that one.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, look at this, and I'm locked in here. Can't move forward with the rough.
If you engage with the other ones, if you engage with those,
these guys, but look at that.
But if you wanted to do that, but it's then you're fighting in the rough again. The crossbowmen are certainly much more valuable than the old archers from the ancient game, aren't they?
Oh, much more. Well, just the fact, I mean, you really introduced me to their melee abilities, and it just surpasses them dramatically. Yeah. It really does.
They're interesting because they're not just bowmen.
Well, and it's also, I mean, it seems like sort of a natural evolution, right? That you've got these really light units that constantly are getting overrun, and it's like, well, why not give them some armor and maybe a sword, you know? We might as well. Yep. And yeah, of course, it makes it such a better unit. It's a very versatile unit, the crossbowmen here.
Yes, yeah. Particularly as a medium, and you've made good use of that in that rough terrain. Like it's it's worked out well there.
Yeah, and we've got the bodies to prove it. They're all over the damn place. Let's see. Yeah,
be careful with my
really
knights
do
behind
want to.
you.
I know. I really want to attack though, but it's just not even the follow-up is going to work in my favor. Nope, that's going to be a stay put. I could no, it's just not looking good. However, we can finally make use of these raw spearmen.
Yeah, they did get a shot in behind them.
Here we go, boom. Oh. It's like a novelty unit. All right, well, I mean, that's okay. Now, I wonder maybe bringing in the archers. Now, hold on a second here. But again, the follow-up would be pretty poor.
Flank, you've got to be careful of them. Maybe in around there.
Yeah, I think you've got me with this flank attack. I really want to take that, but it's not a good attack, period. Now here...
Oh, nice.
Question is, see if I can only get there with this unit too. Then that would have been really nice.
And I don't really have much left over that other side as well, to be honest. Actually, if your units do get in behind.
I'm not actually that concerned about your light crossbowmen attacking, so you know what? At least for next turn... Let me make sure I'm... Yeah,
well, those crossbowmen can't really do any damage anyway.
Yeah, they can.
They're just lights.
So I'll do, what else should I do? Yeah, you know. When it comes to this point, you might as well. And this, yeah, with that charge, you're going to break me for sure, so I might as well resolve.
They should run now anyway.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm amazed they held firm. I want to see the actual... So 50 out of 118. It's quite amazing. Wow. They'll definitely break next turn. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty unlikely.
It's big.
Because they're below 50% there. That's it's odd.
Now those roars are going to keep me honest.
Yeah. I'm really, they did an okay job, for what they can do. That's why I really shouldn't have underestimated them, because I could have had a few more up here, and maybe one hit from raw is not a big deal, but like 2 or 3, you could actually do a little morale check. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can do. All right, let's end that turn. So close, Das. It's so close. It's 2:15 a.m. here in Portugal, so.
Oh, did you want to call it quits soon?
No. Come on now.
I mean, we're close, aren't we?
Exactly. Are you kidding me? We've got this. I mean, if something ridiculous happens and like half your army breaks, then yes, I'll be like, dude, we have to do this tomorrow. If suddenly the numbers stabilize, but I don't think so. I love the way this battle came together, and I think considering the units we chose, this is way more exciting than initially when we had the Irish approach. I just don't think that battle would have been that exciting, whereas this one was, it was very cinematic, just a very cinematic fight.
There's a lot going on with different sorts of units too. It's not just one-dimensional.
No, and that's what I mean. Is like, even from an aesthetic point of view, the armor that these units have, the look of them, the bodies on the battlefield, it's just really pretty. This battle, I think the battle with we just have the massive Irish levies would have just been like a lot of dead, soldiers with no armor all over the battlefield. Essentially a lot of dead peasant units. Here we've got the cream of the crop dying on the battlefield.
No, it's been very interesting, actually. This hill's been fascinating, actually.
It has. It's finally actually seen some action, because for the longest time, it was kind of untouched. I can't even remember now who made the first push on the. I think it was you that actually started pushing forward here, at least on the small hill. But we thought that was going to be the crux of the battle.
I thought my archers were just going to rip through your forces up that way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now they've charged through, so these guys are now got to be a bit careful. I will break through here surely this turn.
Oh, 100%.
Actually, I can do it here anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just get the damage done this way.
Yeah, auto break. It has to be an auto break.
We should continue on the charge.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if it's below 50%, it's an auto break. It might depend on the unit.
It depends on the unit. Often these knights are better quality. Actually, that one's now turned and fought, which means that I can't get the flanking shot against this one. I should have done that one first.
Yeah.
So I don't get that one. I've got this one here. I'll charge again, just to keep on sort of charging in behind the other forces.
Oh yeah.
Now we're doing the charge.
Now
there we
we
go.
got the actual roll going.
I still held firm. Wow. Still holding firm.
Damn.
That's pretty amazing. It's hardly worth it. If I move to there, they can still actually hit me. I'll just come around this way.
Yeah, stay away from the spearmen.
Yeah.
They have pointy sticks. But as soon as I saw that charge, I was like, I mean, I have to take it. You know, in any other, obviously, if the battle was more sort of like even, I wouldn't make that push, because then of course I expose those spearmen to all sorts of other attacks. But you might as well, you know. And a few times I've been able to hook, you know, an actual unit.
Yeah, it's not really good.
not good for either of us there.
I'm worried about what you can do back over this side now.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if I get the chance to put pressure on those knights, I will, but I don't think I will. I don't think I'll get that chance.
If I attack these...
Nice. Good work, boys.
Yeah, no, they're still keeping everything in there.
Yeah, and those are the raw spearmen. I'm amazed at that.
It's funny, like one unit will end up being like a bit of a hero. It's quite funny, isn't it?
It is.
Keep that one back.
You can, even if you want to be really funny, but I wouldn't recommend anybody do this. You can move your general to the raw spearman unit and send them into the fight and see what happens. Oh yeah, I'm not going to touch
one. I have to do this attack.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
do get a shot
very
there.
Nice. Yeah.
Except that it won't actually. Yeah, if I'll do this one now, I think. Yep, no, nothing.
Nice. Still.
This one here is a bit of a risky one for me. And disrupted.
Okay, fragmented you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit risky over through here. And disrupted.
Boys, good work. My men are holding up just barely. Again, it's
get this
still going back and
25.
forth. I don't think it's. I still don't think it's an even fight. I think you got it,
I don't
but
think so.
that does show you that like those things can occur. You know, those little certainly pop up here and there.
Well.
No, I don't think so. I think we're both right there in the center. We're both kind of unsure of what to do because it's not good for either of us, honestly.
Okay, so I've sent that one off.
Right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the rolling finally started on that right side, which I think you were kind of trying to accomplish that for a while. It's finally started. Now the question is, how long is that going to take? How quickly can that actually occur?
And do you break through this turn with your
exactly
commander-in-chief as well?
Before you make that push.
Yes, yes.
So I'm really curious to see if I can do that. So right there, that's where the auto brake happened. Those guys are just such beasts.
They're just raws as well too.
They are, man. I think we can both say that we've regained respect for the raw spearmen. They have their uses, you know. They have their uses. It's just it seems to come at the end of a battle, you know, when you've expelled all other possibilities, basically.
No, they've done a good job. They're going to run in the middle.
I mean, you know what it is? Like, they sort of did exactly what they're meant to do, which is, like, just to hold. I think that's really they're kind of like a placeholder. So it's like if you can hold this position, then you're doing your job pretty much.
It's a doorstop.
Pretty much, yeah. Just do what you can.
Actually, I forgot to use my to move my other horse crossbowmen. The ones on the.
I don't know how to use a spear. Just throw it at them. Just do what you can. Throw rocks at them. That's all you're here for. You're not going to make it to the end of this battle. Okay, so this is the moment of truth right here.
Big win here. What else drops?
Oh, please. Oh, but he held firm on everything else. So.
Yeah, they both held firm.
Very, very well done there.
My bowmen are just bowmen, so they don't have any sort of defenses. Oh, nice.
I was trying to get a flank attack there on the general, but I can also just lock him in like that.
Yeah.
And again, once again, raw spearmen doing their job. Just stay in front, pretty much.
Thing is, though, again, you can't get a flanking shot on those knights.
No, and the other thing is, I can't even move past them because you now have the zone of control. Because otherwise, I would try to like just rush past them and attack these guys.
It's funny, they've been less effective at behind there than I thought they would be because of those raw spearmen.
Yes, yeah, very true.
They're not going to last long. It's all going to come down to this. Will you be able to push me out of the way now?
Oh, no, you held. You definitely held. But these guys are pretty tough. I don't know, man. No, they're going to break for sure. Now, these are not raws, but still.
Oh, geez, they're held firm, though.
I'm amazed they've held firm. Let's just take a look at the strength. No, you'll auto-break them next turn. Yeah, you'll definitely auto-break them next turn, because 132 of 228.
Spearmen to the left there as well.
That's right. There's not enough room. Like, for instance, if I were to turn them, there's still not enough room for me to charge anything next turn.
Yeah, because the one behind them won't be there next turn. They'll be off doing other things. So
I think, like, the best case scenario is just to prepare for an attack here, but I doubt that's going to actually happen. It's not going to go well. Oh, okay. Well, actually went slightly better than I expected. And I really wish I could do something to him, to Ulrich von Badberg. Yeah, I think I could do that, but that's not going to be much.
It's funny how when we started this fight, like that right-hand side, I thought you were gonna have that one, and I thought I was gonna have the hill.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It didn't. Yeah. Well, once we actually came down to the points of contention, they changed pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost think that I did better here on this left side, where I expected I'd do worse, and it's sort of towards the end of the battle went in my favor slightly here, but of course not enough to actually turn the tide of the battle at all. And then of course those Teutonic Order Knights are pretty vicious fighters. Yeah, I'm gonna end the turn there. All right, let's switch over to Das.
All right, just click on refresh. There we go. Okay, play it.
Oh, you got to get a break here because I want to eat this pizza, man. I'm starving.
Sorry, you've had pizza there since episode
Oh, that's
2.
okay. It came cold because the guy was, I think when I told you, or when I first talked to you, he was 47 minutes late. I waited an extra 30. It must have been like an hour and a half. It would have been cold either way, believe me.
Oh.
And it's
So what time is it for you?
I honestly didn't even blame it on the guy because their times right now are absolutely insane. Currently, it is. I'm gonna check here on the PC. 2:27. Yeah, 2:27 a.m.
That's 2:27 a.m. Wow.
Yeah, but that's it's not exactly unlikely.
Actually,
for
you just
me.
had one that came back.
What's that? One of my units, or?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I noticed it. I didn't
Ooh.
notice it when it was your turn, but I just saw it back there. One at the back of the map.
But
Still
I'm a
just a
bit of
replay.
an insomniac anyway, so it's really not too uncommon for me to be up at this hour. Although now, you know, I just turned 32 on January 6th, and I really am at that point in life where I'm beginning to feel old or older. Does that make sense? And so I'm trying to take more health precautions, and I do plan, like I genuinely plan, like I'm still smoking cigarettes, for instance. I do genuinely plan to like cut that out pretty much this week. At the very least, like start going to bed at a reasonable hour, stop the smoking. I feel like those, at least I can make those changes. You know what I mean?
I think it's good. It does. Like I'm a fair bit older than you are.
Yeah.
But it does. Like when you do look after yourself, it does. Like you do notice it as you do get older.
I can imagine.
Ooh.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Anything happened there? No, they held firm. Wow, these guys have done so well.
They are beasts, man.
Now you're going to get a flanking shot here if I don't somehow dislodge this. Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's
we
an
go.
auto break. It had to happen because once it gets past that 50%, it's especially with a spearman unit. There's just no chance.
We're now past where I could actually support this unit now too. So yeah, you had another one that's come back.
Oh,
so this
look
one
at
here
that.
is
The brigands.
Yeah.
Haha. Oh.
Fragmented.
Oh. Can at least get a glorious end here for myself and wipe out one of your knights.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
Run away.
It's the right move in this situation for sure.
Yeah, I'm worried about that unit of yours. And even if they catch these, it's not going to end well. I think we'll move all the way around to here. And just put the pressure back on this side. I'm going to attack this and see how I go.
That's my perspective on nearly every attack in this game. See how it goes.
But what it does is it then opens up the flank. I can now get behind and hit this one.
You've locked me in. Oh, okay. Hey, that was nice. Yeah.
And what that then does is when I do this,
the flank attack. Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Wow, that was unexpected. That was extremely unexpected. But now you've kind of locked me off, yeah.
Bring those in, bring this one around. And I can even bring this one back in as well. I don't get much of a hit there. Actually, I'm better off to leave this one somewhere else. Just keep them back where they are, but at least we're now starting to roll this thing up.
I can't wait to see the actual final casualties of this battle.
God, these are dropping now.
Yep.
That one's still fighting.
Now it's only a matter of time, really.
Oh
man.
Still held on.
My boys still have some poison left in them.
You've got a flanking shot here as well, so they're going to be in trouble next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do that. Sort of got to rely on rolling this end up, really.
Yeah, I think so. But I will say it's a lot closer than I expected it to be. I expected you to have the victory by now.
Yeah, no, it's a funny game like that, isn't it? It's all sorts of things can happen. The battles do really ebb and flow, which is really fascinating. Like even just getting that one in there, like I will have a shot next turn. put a bit of pressure on this way. And of course, you're going to get a shot now in behind here.
Yes.
Which I've got nothing really, unless these guys stop doing what they're doing.
I didn't actually expect that to happen, but it's going to happen. I didn't expect that to work.
That's been interesting.
It has been. Let's see if those raw spearmen end up actually doing something. I mean, they've definitely come in useful, without a doubt. It was a mistake not to bring the rest up, as a matter of fact.
We're actually at the half-hour mark again. So do we continue on, or like I think it's going to go for a bit longer than we think?
Yeah, I think, folks, you're going to have to wait for the next episode. Let's go ahead and stop here. And I thank you guys so much for sticking through. I mean, you know, this battle certainly lasted a lot longer than me or DOS expected. And let's hope it continues on.
Exactly, yeah. It's been very, very interesting. Thanks for watching.